Now, some signs suggest U.S. engagement in Africa may be faltering, from a drop in diplomatic relations to a plan to draw down U.S. service members stationed across the continent. But the U.S. continues to engage via humanitarian programs like Power Africa. Congressman Chris Smith of New Jersey spoke with VOA Salem Solomon about ongoing ties between Africa and the U.S.
How would you characterize U.S.'s engagement with the continent?
Well, the engagement has been robust. George W. Bush, probably more famously than anyone else in modern times, particularly through the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, the PEPFAR program, which also includes malaria, and all of the efforts to say, we want people in Africa, the people of Africa, and everywhere else where there's in that case, a pandemic, to be healthy. We push the Power Africa initiative so that they can have access to electricity, and which is one of the engines that drives economic growth. I'm the prime sponsor of the Global Food Security Act. The big emphasis there is on Africa, making sure that there is sustainable food, agriculture, production in the most environmentally sensitive way, with women's empowerment as being a major part of that, so that women are included in those initiatives. So I think we do have a very strong contact by state and by the administration and by Congress. It's bicameral. It's bipartisan, as it should be. And in terms of the ambassadors, I would hope those ambassadors would have been selected yesterday. You know, sometimes there are slow-ups in the U.S. Senate. You know, the process is very cumbersome, and casting no fault on any individuals there, but it is hard to get people through confirmation. But there needs to be the ambassadors put there. I mean, that's not to say the people who are acting aren't very, very effective people. When I travel and there's not an ambassador, and the DCM is really the chief mission, deputy chief of mission, very often they're just extraordinarily effective people in their own right. But there is something about having an ambassador who has the ear of the president, and Pompeo, even more because he was picked or she was picked by the president to be the eyes and ears and voice of the United States. So I would hope that we would move much more quickly on getting those people in place.